The new way of cooking chicken breast that's taking the world by storm. I'm gonna start by slicing 2 onions. You're gonna fall in love with the result of this recipe. The flavor is just amazing, trust me. The perfect combo of convenience and taste, straight to your kitchen. I'll put all these onions into a bowl. Now I'll slice 2 tomatoes. It's so easy to make that even someone with no kitchen skills can pull off this delicious dish. With this exclusive method, you're gonna impress everyone at the table. When you try it at home, send me a pic of how it turned out. This recipe is made for those who love simplicity but don't want to give up on flavor. I'll make a layer with these tomato slices here. I'm sure you'll find this super easy to make. We're ready for the next step. I've got 3 chicken breasts here. I'm gonna make some cuts so they can soak in all that flavor. Tell me what city you're watching us from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Leah Thompson from Austin, Texas. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. In a bowl, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'll add 2 chopped cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of thyme. I'll mix it all really well until everything is nicely combined. The best part about this recipe is how quick and simple it is. That's why it's become a regular in my house. Now I'm gonna dip the chicken breasts in here. Make sure to coat each side really well, take your time. You're gonna fall in love with this dish that makes every ingredient shine. If you get the ingredient amounts just right, I know it's gonna turn out perfect. Just like mine. I'll cover it with plastic wrap and let it marinate for 30 minutes. Bet you're seeing how easy this is. After the time's up, I'm gonna make another layer with the chicken. I'm sure this recipe is gonna become a classic at your place. It's impossible to make it just once. When you cook chicken at home, what kind of ingredients do you like to add? Using just a few ingredients, you'll discover the real magic lies in simplicity. Now I'm gonna bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. After that, I'll add some sliced mozzarella, as much as you like. I love using mozzarella, so I'm adding plenty. Then back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Once that's done, it's perfect. Now just plate it, slice it up, and enjoy this delicious meal. Few ingredients, but the result? An explosion of flavor. I learned this trick at a famous restaurant, and now it's the only way I make it. I'm going to add 6 hot dogs into this pot with hot water. Let it boil for 5 minutes. Then I'll transfer everything to a plate. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of mustard. This is going to turn out perfect. It's the kind of dish that turns a simple meal into something unforgettable. I'll also add 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Then, give it a good mix. Tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's hug goes to Kevin Thompson from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. After mixing well, it'll look like this. Now back to the hot dogs. I'll cut them all in half, just like this. The preparation is simple, but the result looks like something from a top chef. I bet you're thinking how easy this is to make. When you try it at home, send me a photo. I'd love to see it. I've got this dough here, and I'm going to brush it with the mix I just made. The smell from this recipe will take over your whole house. Even your neighbors will be asking what you're cooking. I'm going to add a slice of mozzarella cheese. Now fold the dough. Just do the same steps I'm doing here, and you'll get an amazing result. Place a piece of hot dog, then roll it up. Look how that's turning out. Just perfect. Repeat the process with the other pieces. Make as many as you want. This recipe looks beautiful on the table, perfect for surprising your guests. Now I'm going to place all these pieces in the air fryer. I made this yesterday for my friends, and they loved it so much they begged me to come here and teach you. The best thing about this recipe is that you can make it in very little time with just a few ingredients. Everyone loves the taste of this one. It never fails. If you're enjoying this, keep an eye on what I've been posting. I've got lots of special tips for you. I'm going to brush egg yolk on top. Make sure to spread it nicely over all the pieces. Now I'll sprinkle some oregano to taste. It'll make the flavor even better. I'm sure you and your whole family are going to love it too. It's one of those recipes that's perfect for any occasion. Easy, practical, and irresistible. I'll close it up and let it cook at 355 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. After that time, look how beautiful it turns out. When it reaches that golden color, it's ready. Tell me you're not tempted just looking at it. I'm sure your family will love every bite. You can pair it with any sauce you like. It'll boost the flavor even more. It's so easy to make that even someone with no cooking experience can pull it off.
When I make hot dog like this, everyone asks me for the recipe. I'm going to start by cutting 500 grams of hot dog into slices. And before I forget, tell me what city you're watching us from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Ryan Mitchell from Austin, Texas. I'm so glad you're enjoying our recipes. After slicing everything, it'll look like this. Perfect. Now I can transfer it all to a bowl. I explained everything in detail so you won't have any issues when making it. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of wheat flour. Mix everything well until all ingredients are combined. Take your time. When you make this at home, send me a picture of the result. I'll set it aside and move on to the next step. In a pan, I'll add some oil. The flavor of this recipe wins everyone over. Can't go wrong. Then I'll add the hot dogs to fry. It's one of those recipes that surprises with flavor, even using simple ingredients. Now I'll transfer everything to a bowl. In another pan, I'll add oil. And also 3 cloves of chopped garlic. I love cooking with garlic. It's perfect. Now I'll add parsley to taste. Stir well while it fries. The smell of garlic is amazing too. I'll add 1 cup of tomato sauce. In the end, the result is an explosion of flavors. Then, I'll add a 1/4 cup of water. Now, I'll keep stirring. No rush. This is going to be perfect. The flavor is simply unforgettable. I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of chimichurri, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of chili flakes. Then, I'll place the hot dog back in. Now I'll add 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Mix well one more time. Look how beautiful it's turning out. Done. This looks perfect. Here I have 2 breads. I'm going to cut them in half to add the hot dog. It's so delicious it'll be gone in no time at your house. Every bite is a wonderful experience. I'll place the bun on a plate and add the sausage. You can add as much as you want. This snack has always been my favorite growing up, and now I'm showing you how to make it. I'll add mayonnaise to taste on top. I love making recipes with this ingredient. To make it even better, I'll add mustard to taste. Even people with no kitchen experience can make this. You don't need to spend hours cooking to have an amazing dish. It's a perfect recipe for when you want something quick and tasty. It'll become a classic in your house. It's impossible to make just once. Tell me, didn't you get hungry just by looking at it? I'm sure everyone at home will love it too. The best part of this recipe is that you can make it in no time and with just a few ingredients. Now it's time to enjoy it with the whole family.
Put eggs in the avocado and see what happens. I'll start by placing 4 eggs in a bowl with a sliced avocado. We'll transfer everything to a blender and add 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1 cup of milk. I'll cover it and blend to mix all the ingredients very well. And before I forget, let me know which city you're watching us from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's shout out goes to Mary Johnson from New York. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. After blending all the ingredients, I'll transfer everything to another bowl. We'll add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, passing it through a sieve. This will give our batter a smoother texture. I'll mix to combine with the other ingredients. Tell me if you've ever used avocado and eggs to make a recipe like this before. I'd love to know. When I make it at home, there's never anything left. It's impossible to eat just one slice. I'm sure your whole family and friends will love it and even ask you to teach them how to make it. Look how beautiful our batter looks. I'll add 1 tablespoon of baking powder and mix it all again. Using just a few simple ingredients that anyone has at home, we can make a dish much tastier than those sold in traditional markets and bakeries. I have no doubt it will become part of your routine, just as it's already part of mine. It's perfect for those days when you don't have much time to cook but still want a flavorful meal. I'm not using it here, but if you prefer, you can add a bit of vanilla essence for a special touch. I'll pour our batter into a greased pan with butter and flour. It's so easy, practical, and quick to make. This has already become my favorite cake recipe. Tell me what yours is, I'd love to know. With a spatula, I'll smooth the batter. It's important to do this so our dessert looks as good as it tastes. We'll bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. Keep in mind that the baking time may vary depending on your oven's power. I doubt you've ever tried a cake like this before. If you want to impress your friends with a unique, creative, and flavorful recipe, this is a great option. I never have to spend money on those expensive desserts anymore that, in the end, aren't even that good. You won't be able to eat just one slice.
Whenever I have cabbage at home, I end up making this delicious recipe. To start today's recipe, I'll cut half a cabbage into strips. After cutting, I'll place it in a glass dish. This recipe is amazing. The result will surprise you. I'll put 3 eggs in a bowl to beat. This recipe impresses everyone who repeats it at home. Once the eggs are well mixed, I'll pour them over my cabbage and stir until well combined. My friends always ask me to teach them this recipe because the result is so incredible. After this step, I'll add the following ingredients: a portion of parsley, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper, so that I mix everything. It's a simply amazing and delicious recipe. Make it at home and then come back here to tell me what you think. Done this, in a pan, I'll put olive oil and spread it. This recipe has already become a routine at home. I'm sure once you try it, it will become a routine in your home too. With this, I can bring the cabbage mixture to the pan. This has become one of my favorite recipes since the first time I tried it. Now I can't stop making it. I'll cover the pan to let it cook for 15 minutes. After the time is up, I'll uncover the pan, and with the help of a plate, I'll flip my omelet. Before putting it back in the pan, I'll add a drizzle of olive oil and spread it. Teach it to your friend who likes omelets. I'm sure they'll love it. Now, I'll add 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce and then spread it over the recipe. I bet you'll never eat omelets any other way after learning this recipe. Next, I'll cut 3 sausages into slices. I'm sure this recipe will surprise you and your family. Once cut, I'll place them over my recipe like this. After the sausages are well spread, I'll cover my recipe with grated mozzarella cheese. I'm sure you'll get addicted to making this meal after trying it at home. To finish, I'll cover the pan again to let it cook for another 10 minutes. After this time, I'll finish my recipe by seasoning it with parsley. Done this, our recipe is ready. Look how delicious it turned out. Guys, I love this recipe. I'm sure you and your family will like it too. I make it every weekend. And when I make it, there's nothing left. My family loves it. Using just a few everyday ingredients, you can make a recipe much tastier than those sold in conventional restaurants. I hope you liked this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video until now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Don't fry the chicken. Cook it in boiling orange juice and be amazed by the result. To start this recipe, let's place 800 grams of chicken legs into a pan with 1.5 cups of orange juice. I'm going to show you the secret restaurants keep hidden. Cover it and let it cook for 5 minutes. I'm sure it'll become part of your routine, just like it did in mine. Now I'll add 3 minced garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of paprika. Your family's going to love it. 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and mix everything really well. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's goes to Emily Johnson from Chicago. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. Let's let it cook for another 5 minutes. It's super easy, quick, and practical. I'll now add 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. With just a few simple ingredients anyone has at home, we can make a dish way better than what's served in many restaurants. I learned this trick from a 5-star chef. Next, we'll add 1 cup of water. It's essential to help cook the meat. I'm sure you'll come back to thank me for this. Whenever I make it at home, there's never anything left. Cover again and let it cook for 5 more minutes. This has become one of my favorite dinner options. I'm sure even your friends will ask where you learned to make this delicious meal. I haven't been able to eat chicken any other way since. Now, I'll add 1 tablespoon of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of mustard, and 1 tablespoon of honey. If you are looking for a quick and easy recipe, this is definitely the answer. And the best part is, I've started saving a lot of money since I learned to make chicken like this. If you don't believe me, try it at home and come back to tell me what you think. I'd love to share this with you. Look how beautiful it turns out. And you can't even imagine how tasty it is. I'm sure you've never tried anything like this before. To give it a special touch, I'll sprinkle some parsley on top. The amount is up to you, but this part is totally optional.
It's way better than pizza. Learn how to make a delicious snack in the air fryer. I'm going to start by placing 6 slices of bread in this air fryer. This is going to surprise everyone at your house, trust me. I will also add 6 tablespoons of tomato sauce, 1 for each slice of bread. Spread it out well. It turns out so good that it'll disappear in no time. Once it's ready, you'll see that every bite is an amazing experience. Now I'm adding 100 grams of sliced ham. I made everything super detailed, so you won't have any trouble preparing it. Next, I'm adding 100 grams of sliced mozzarella. I'm also going to throw in a bit of corn. Add as much as you want. Now I'll add olives to taste. This recipe looks beautiful on the table, perfect to impress your guests. When you make it at home, feel free to send me a picture of how it turned out. I'll add another layer with 6 more slices of bread. By the end, the smell is going to be so amazing your neighbors will want to know what you're cooking. Bet you're finding it pretty easy to make. I will add 6 more tablespoons of tomato sauce. Go ahead and spread it out nicely. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout out. Today's hug goes out to Jason Miller from Austin, Texas. I'm so happy you're enjoying the recipes. Let's make another layer with 100 grams of ham. It's one of those recipes you try once and never forget. Now another layer with 100 grams of mozzarella. Cheese is a special ingredient that really boosts the flavor. I'm adding some sliced pepperoni and 2 sliced tomatoes. When these ingredients come together, The flavor explosion is unreal. Totally worth it. Now I'm tossing in 1 sliced onion. Spread it out well. To finish, I'm adding oregano to taste, as much as you like. Now I'll close the air fryer and set it to 356 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Just look how beautiful it turned out. Tell me you're not already craving it just by looking. The secret is in the combo of ingredients I used. If you get the quantities right, it's gonna be perfect. I made it yesterday for some friends, and they loved it so much they begged me to come show it to you. Look at this texture. Incredible, right? If you're craving something like pizza, this is the perfect recipe for you. With just a few ingredients and a little time, you'll have this amazing treat ready. This recipe proves you don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to have something incredible to eat.
Tuna, egg, and avocado, a perfect combination like you've never seen before. To start our recipe, I'll use 4 hard-boiled eggs and 170 grams of tuna. I place the ingredients in a bowl and mash everything with a fork, breaking up larger pieces and combining until I get a consistent paste. This step defines the flavor. Tell me, have you ever made a recipe with tuna? Next, I add half an avocado to our recipe. With this ingredient, our recipe becomes even more delicious. I scoop it out and mix slowly. The color changes immediately, the green spreads through the light flakes, and the texture gains a silky touch that promises a refreshing bite. Now, let's add 2 tablespoons of natural yogurt. I pour it gently over the mixture, enhancing the final creamy touch. I add half a teaspoon of salt, and now mix all the ingredients very well. And before I forget, tell me from which city you're watching so I can send you a special hug. Today's hug goes to Emily Johnson from Austin, Texas. I'm very happy you're enjoying our recipes. I continue mixing, scraping the bottom, until everything is uniform and well combined. This is the part that defines the result. As I mix, the color becomes uniform, and the texture shows that everything has come together. This step seems simple, but ensures the balanced flavor that makes each bite worthwhile. In a pan, I brush butter. I spread it with the brush from corner to corner, leaving just a thin film over the hot metal. Now, let's toast 2 bread slices. The slices touch the hot surface and start to sizzle. I wait for the first golden mark to appear, turn them carefully, let them brown on the other side, and remove them when the crust is firm but still soft in the center. I spread the mixture over one of the halves, creating a generous layer that reaches the edges, ready to unite both sides. I join the parts, press lightly with a fork to seal, and cut diagonally, forming 2 intact triangles, perfect for serving. I observe how the edges align and the bread holds the filling firmly. It already makes me want to grab one right now. I hold one of the triangles, press lightly, and see the filling emerge between the toasted layers. The aroma jumps out immediately, confirming that the combination is spot on. The crispy crust embraces the soft filling, proof that every step of the preparation was worth it.